Welcome and thank you so much for agreeing to listen to this video presentation. My name is Leah and I'm a future National Sales Director at Mary Kay Cosmetics, and undoubtedly someone who you know has such great admiration and respect for you that they asked you to watch and they wanted you to learn more about why we're so excited about what we do in Mary Kay. And I'm quite sure you might have said to them, this is something I wouldn't see myself doing. Well, I can tell you that's exactly what I said 25 years ago, because my sister introduced me to Mary Kay, and she was extremely excited because she had heard a lot of great information that I had not heard. And she said, you know what, I really want to consider Mary Kay, and I want you to power up with me. Well, I'm honest, I was not the most positive sibling when she introduced me to the concept. And I think the reason why was because I really thought that my education was going to be the key to my success in life. You see, I have a double undergraduate degree and a law degree from Rutgers University. And so I really thought that I was going to be taking that fast track. But you know what? How many people know that life happens? And so life happened to me at that moment. I found myself divorced and a single mom of a 5-year-old special needs daughter, and needing to change my priorities of the direction I was going to take my life, and that I needed to be able to focus some more attention on my daughter. And so there I found myself a single mom and having to make some extra income because my car broke down at the exact same time my rent was due. Now, I don't know about you, but when you live in paycheck to paycheck, and that's exactly what I was doing, paycheck to paycheck, that is the perfect storm when you have your car break down at the exact same time your rent was due. And it forced me to ask a serious question. And the serious question is, what are the possibilities that I could actually be successful and make some money in Mary Kay? And I said, well, there was only one way to find out. And so I did make the decision to start my Mary Kay business. And I opened up my starter kit and I popped in the videotape. And you know what? When I watched the videotape, I said, well, you know what? This really doesn't seem that difficult. And what I knew for sure was that we had an amazing product because I had been using the products because my sister had started. Well, the only difficult thing that I found was that they told me to make a list of friends and family. Well, I had absolutely no friends, and my sister had come in before me, so all of the family were already her customers. So I tell everyone that if you know more than 2 people, you can be successful. Because at that time, I really only knew 2 people who I could ask to host a Mary Kay party for me. And so I asked my daughter's godmother, and she agreed to have 3 of her girlfriends over. And I remember all I did was watch the videotape, and I did exactly what the video told me to do. And I made $400 that day. And 50% of that was mine, because we earn 50% on everything that we sell. We buy a product wholesale from Mary Kay at 50% off, and we sell it at 100% to our customers, and so we get a 50% profit. Well, it took me 2 hours to do that party that day, and it didn't take a law degree for me to figure out that if I had spent 2 hours and I grossed $400, and 50% was my profit, that I had made $100 an hour. And yes, I then got excited about Mary Kay. So I'm here to tell you, yes, it is great extra income. And I know most people need extra money. But I want you to think about some of the other things that you needed in your life, because I can tell you some of the things that I definitely needed. I needed flexibility to be able to spend time with my daughter and to help her grow. And I needed to be able to infuse in her the level of confidence that it was going to take for her to overcome her challenges. And I needed to be able to do that in a positive environment, which is what Mary Kay created for me. In addition, I also want you to think about, what is it that you would like for your life? That if money and time were no object, what would be the dream that you'd like to see come true for you in the next 1 year, 3 years, or even 5 years? Well, I can tell you that the dream for me was that one day I wanted to make sure that my daughter was going to be able to be a strong, independent adult. And I never wanted it to be that the government was going to determine what she would be entitled to. And so I work my business with a strong purpose, and I had my daughter as my reason why. So could you think about a reason why to do something with your life that maybe you would not have given thought to otherwise? But if you were to do it and you would have the support like I had in Mary Kay, that it would create a new dynamic for you and your family. Well, fast forward, I should let you know that my daughter was 5 years old when we started, and now she is actually 30 years old. And so one of the greatest joys that I've had is to be able to put her through school and to make sure now that she actually lives in her own apartment and has a job as well. And that all came because I made a decision to do something a little different. So I want you to think about what are the possibilities for you and your family should you decide that Mary Kay is something that you would be interested in. But what I want you to know is I meet a lot of women who have so many great attributes. And a lot of times they listen and they say, you know what, I could use extra income. I could use the flexibility that Mary Kay provides me. And I could use a career track that would enable me to become a leader. Because that's actually the decision that I made about Mary Kay. That in addition to making that 50% income, I looked at the leadership track of Mary Kay. And I said, wow, this career has an opportunity to provide me with a six-figure income. And it just meant that I needed to share and be able to help other women become successful. And so in doing that, Mary Kay has rewarded me for the last 23 of my 25 years in business with the opportunity of driving a complimentary free Mary Kay car. Yes, we still have free Mary Kay cars, and I've driven one free for the last 23 years. So imagine, Mary Kay has paid my car payment and 85% of my car insurance. So I want you to think about that as well. What would you do if you weren't making a car payment or you weren't paying the car insurance premium that you're paying currently? I want you to think about that because that's another possibility for you and Mary Kay. But I can tell you that the leadership track at Mary Kay has been the most rewarding aspect of my business because it has allowed me to help other women change the lives of their families and help them grow to be able to feed their families and to be able to have vacations for their families and be able to put their children in school and just to be able to pay their bills. But I want you to think about, is this a possibility for you? Well, I meet a lot of women, especially women who are dynamic, and they all listen to Mary Kay and they say, you know what, that really sounds great. But you know what, there are a couple of things that they consider as things that would hold them back. So I can tell you that the number one thing that I'm told holds women back is they say they don't have enough time. Well, I'm here to tell you that we have to make time for being able to change our life. Because certainly if the things that we're doing now are not having the impact that we need for our future, then maybe we need to think about how we're spending our time. I had to make that assessment because I told you I was already working 2 jobs and I was singing in 3 choirs. Well, I had to realize I wasn't CeCe Winans and no one's going to pay me for singing. So I had to think about, was that a good use of my time? And I had to learn to prioritize. So that's something that we can teach you in Mary Kay. The other thing that I hear a lot from women is, you know what, I don't wear makeup, so I don't see how I could do Mary Kay. Well, you should know that this is really more about teaching women how to take great care of their skin with our amazing skincare products. Because having great skin is more important than whatever shade of lip color or eyeshadow that you wear. So just know that we have a step-by-step program that will help you learn how to teach women how to take great care of their skin. And having the proper canvas for your skin is the most important thing. So the proper canvas for your makeup is the most important thing. So if you don't wear makeup, that's just fine because you'll have great skin. The next thing I hear from women is they tell me that, you know what, I could not sell anything. Well, I'm here to tell you, I couldn't sell anything either. I remember when my daughter was little and she would bring home the fundraiser sheet, I would buy it all just so I wouldn't have to ask anyone about it. So what we don't do is we don't sell people. We teach people. And because we teach them and they get to try it, they just want to take it home. So if you are teachable and you love to teach other people, this business would be for you. And the last thing that I hear so much is, I'm just not like you. I'm not outgoing. I don't see myself doing this. Well, what I wanted to share with you is that, you know what? We all need to grow in a lot of different areas in our life. And I didn't see myself as I am today the way I was 25 years ago. So certainly 25 years ago, I couldn't see myself this way either. But it's all about growth, and Mary Kay has the greatest environment for you to grow in. So what does it take? It really just takes a decision, because until we make a decision, nothing else matters. And until we make a decision, we know that we'll be in the exact same spot that we are now. So if you have a desire to have a change in your life, I want you to speak to the consultant who asked you to listen. And I want you to let her know that you want to learn more. And I'm available to speak with you as well as the consultant who introduced you to this video. And so when she asks you, she's going to ask you for a code word. And that code word is going to be legendary. Because I truly believe that we're called to create legends in the lives of other people in our community. Now, all it takes to get started in Mary Kay is the same $100 that it took me 25 years ago. And for that $100, you're going to get over $400 in actual retail product and training materials. And it entitles you to personalized training and online training for Mary Kay. My job is to be your entrepreneurial mentor and coach, and to help you set goals for your business and achieve those goals. It is my hope and my prayer that I'm going to be able to have an impact in your life, and that Mary Kay will have an impact in your life the way it has impacted mine. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, the code word is legendary. My name is Leah Dade. I'm a future National Sales Director. You can give me a call or text me, 973-985-6363, and I look forward to hearing from you. And remember, it's up to you to write the legend for your life. God bless you.